right, Master Edwards here to discuss Dangun pattern and all of the techniques in Dangun pattern. So this video, I'm not going to actually do the form, see that in another video, but we'll go through the techniques that you'll be doing in Dangun pattern. So we'll start off with the double knife hand block. Double knife hand block needs to be practiced where we start with the hands at the chest, and then from here the arms reach out at a 45-degree angle over here, and it's the same angle that we want to get the arms to, like parallel ready stance where the arms have a slight bend. I've got the same bend in both arms here. Notice how my hands are up, about forehead level, but I'll go from here to here and then circular and come around and make the double knife hand block. So the ending position, the fingertips are right at shoulder level, backhand is up under the solar plexus. So I think this is a fairly easy position to get to, but when we start the hands here, we tend to see, people bringing their hands out and they'll stop early to bring the double knife hand block around. You've got to wait until both arms get back at this angle. And once you get to that angle, that's where we come around and make the double knife hand block. The hands are going to be closed throughout the chamber, and they'll open at the end as we make the double knife hand block. So it's this 120, 130 degree angle on both sides. Now notice I'm not here just out away from my shoulder, I'm a little bit more forward than that. So we find the arms very relaxed here and tight here. So I want to go to this relaxed spot, and then from there come around for the double knife hand block. One more thing on this double knife hand block, you'll notice the hand that's actually doing the knife hand block, that hand, one closest to the head, is going to be palm facing the head. The other one's going to be facing away. And we do that so at the end of the block, the hands can twist as they open. We call that the focus at the very end of the technique, that snap that you get, all right? So again, as I bring my hands into my chest and I reach out at a 45-degree angle, and then I come out and around and twist and open the hands like this. So the double knife hand block starts here, reach and go, reach and go, reach and go. In other words, don't get there and wait, all right? So as soon as you get your hands in position, it should be time to snap into the double knife hand block. All right, so it'd be the same thing on the other side, right? All right, so I just, from the hands in at the chest, I reach back to here. All right, notice this hand, palm is toward my face. The other one is palm away. And then from there, circular out and around, opening the double knife hand block again. Again, I can just feel those fingertips out here in front of the shoulder. Not backing in like this, out away from the body. Much, much, much stronger block there. So on my right side, from the chest, reach out, circular, double knife hand block. From the chest, reach and go. From the chest, reach and go. Again, from the chest as you reach, make sure the hands are going in this position, palm toward, palm away, out and around, circular, making the double knife hand block. Okay, so next blocking technique is a low block. You've probably seen this before. Just want to remind that the chamber is shoulder level. The hands are right at shoulder level, and the blocking hand will be the hand that's on top. All right, so we showed the chamber out in front, but you'll notice as we do the block in the form, how the body is facing away from the target, just a little bit, a little half facing, and then from there, the body twists into that. We tend to see people will turn their body and they'll put their hands over and they say, no, sir, you told me that the chamber's over there at a 45. It is, but the entire body is facing that direction. All right, so that's where you would start the block. That way we get the body twisting as we make this low block. So again, not higher than shoulder level, not lower. We want to get those arms crossed, blocking hand on top, and right at shoulder level, 45-degree angle, and snapping that low block down with great power, reaction arm back on the floating ribs. All right, so the next blocking technique is called a square block. A square block, or a twin outer forearm block, you'll see this block done like this, and this is a great way to practice hands in, hands out, hands in, hands out, hands facing in, hands facing out. Not too wide, about as wide as your shoulders here for the twin outer forearm block. All right, so from this same motion, this twin outer forearm block, all that's happened is I put the square block like this. It's the same block. It's an outer forearm block and an outer forearm block. That is an outer forearm block, and that is an outer forearm block. So the arms just cross and we come up like this. All right, so as we do this block in front, right, we cross and put the block out. Now, if that's a little bit confusing, going in one direction with the hands, one up and one to the side, as you make this cross, you can go front hand, backhand, front hand, backhand, front hand, backhand. And then from there, just put both hands up at the same time. All right, again, right at shoulder level. Make sure we have a good strong angle here, but you can kind of see the shape from my chest out to my elbows and up in a kind of a square position. That's where the word square block comes from, but technically it is an outer forearm block and an outer forearm block at the same time. So this would be a twin outer forearm block. All right, now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So that's where my front hand, my right hand is facing out, and then my left hand comes up to make the high block. So from the crossed chamber here. So again, the block, the right hand is going to be the one on top as the right hand comes out to make this block. So both of them at the same time are here. Okay, so again, good way to practice this block would be to start here and just go out and out and out, and then do the same thing up, and then on the other side, up and up. A lot of times when we do it, we'll get the first side down, and then we'll turn, and I'll see people do this. They want to have this hand that was in front, they want to keep that one in front on the other side. So a little bit of a coordination test there. If that's an issue, I'd tell you on this other side, again, go front hand, backhand. Kind of separate that out until that coordination is built to get both of them at the same time. All right. So next technique in the pattern would be a high block. High block starts blocking hand on top, and we want to put that X, the chamber, floating rib level. So I'm down here with it. Big thing I see on this block is people want to bring their arms out and not twist their body out. So again, the chamber is here in front of the body, but I twist as I chamber that, so when I make the block, my body is twisting into it. Another thing to watch for in this is that we don't get this blocking arm doing all this range of motion and this reaction arm doing this thing. All right, so what we want to do is reach out away from the body more. So the arms aren't straight and the arms aren't touching, so halfway in between. All right, now from here I've got good action and good reaction. So here to there as we make the high block. All right, again, make sure the arm is out in front, head is covered by that arm, good deflection angle, so whatever hits slides off to the side. So from the other side, again, we're at floating rib level with the X, arms out away from the body, and high block with my right arm. So we twist, good, X is floating rib level, blocking hand on top, and the high block comes up here. All right, so I have two more techniques. One is the knife hand strike. The knife hand strike starts like this, all right? So again, across the striking hand would be on top, all right? But I'm gonna twist my body, and then from here, bring the arm around and make the knife hand strike. Sometimes because we've done, double knife hand block in this form, we'll come around and make this motion. This is still considered a block, and this would be the strike, all right? So as you make that chamber with the striking hand on top, we come around and open the hand at the end. Again, closed fist, and we open at the end to make the knife hand strike. Reaction arm comes back to your side. All right, so we cross and make the knife hand strike. One thing to watch for is we're performing these techniques. You don't want to cross, hold, and come around. You delay that. As soon as your hands touch, as soon as you make that cross, the knife hand is supposed to go right at that second. And you'll see that in the double knife hand block. As soon as you get there, it's go time. Same with the low block. As soon as that cross happens, you want to make that technique happen there as well. Okay, one more move, and that's your punch. Just remember, we come from balanced position or from neutral, and then the punching hand pulls back as the reaction arm reaches out, and the punch goes there. So remember, it's always neutral or balanced position, reach and go. The punching arm comes back, and then we have the forward motion, backwards and forward motion. All right, on the other side, again, I'm gonna take my left hand back, reaching out with my right to make my punch from there. So we want to get into this neutral position as we're stepping with Dan-gun, and then reach and make the punch happen at the end of the step. Keep in mind, again, you probably know this, that as soon as that hand touches the side, it's time to go. We don't want to get there quickly. Wait as you're stepping, make the punch then. All right, as soon as that hand touches, it is go time. All right, so there's all your new techniques for Dan-gun. So practice along with that a little bit, get some reps with each one of those, and then it'll be much easier to perform this pattern as we go through the instructional version of this and the full speed version. All right, if you have any questions, you guys please ask.